Hi there, I'm Adrienne and welcome back to another episode of the Decades Challenge. Just to let you know where we are in time and space, we are still in the 1900s. Thomas is a high school student and he just ran indoors because there's a fierce thunderstorm out there. So hopefully he won't go out there again. Pretty much most of the family is afraid because of the storm. But I'm going to go ahead and try to get Thomas to do homework just the same. I also want Gladys to do homework. Let me see if she's got a book. She does not have a homework book. Oh, yes she does. There it is, on the floor. Okay, so we'll get the kids doing homework. And of course, this is the Wilhelm house, or the Wilhelm houses. Klaus and Virginia live here with Petra, their daughter. And Anya, Klaus's sister, lives here with Thomas and Gladys. And Thomas, of course, is a high school student. Petra is a young adult, and Petra really wants to go to seminary school. So there is a Bridechester Seminary School. That's how we're going to play it. And Petra really wants to go to school. At this time in history, especially in the South, it was not common for black students, regardless of their level of education, to be able to attend predominantly white schools. So Petra, even though she doesn't look it, is a mixed race person. Her mother is a mixed race person. That is the secret that they are not sharing. Uh-oh, and it looks like she got electrocuted. Oh my gosh. Oh, you poor lady. Okay, she's taking it in stride and she's just going to keep on reading her book, electrocuted though she is. So Petra is a mixed race girl. She is not going to be able to go to a school for white Americans. She could try to pass, but if she does not pass or if she's found out, the consequences would be devastating. I am so sorry. My cat has a habit of putting her face by the bottom of the door where the gap is between the door and the floor and screaming. So you can hear her. I try to edit that out as much as I can, but I can't always do that. So that's Petra. She wants to go to college. Seminary, sorry. She wants to go to seminary. And this looks like Anya. Yeah, Anya is helping Gladys with homework. Anya is Gladys's companion. She looks out for Gladys. She makes sure that Gladys has access to piano lessons and things like that. I do want Virginia to take a shower and take care of that funky burning smell she probably has right now because she was electrocuted by the storm. So let me go ahead to her bathroom and get her to take a bath. Good. Okay. Klaus is asleep on the couch, which is fine. He probably fell asleep listening to classical music. Nothing wrong with that. And I wanted to get a conversation going with Gladys about school, and I wanted to develop a relationship between Gladys and Petra because I think they would... oh, everybody's afraid of the storm. And Gladys has to go to the bathroom. And of course, we know that our Johnsons are not used to indoor plumbing. This is new for them. Thomas is tired. I wish everybody in this house would go to sleep. I think this is Thomas's bed. Yes. Okay. So if I can get Gladys to go to sleep and Thomas to go to sleep, I think I'll be doing something. It looks like Petra's cleaning. That's fine. Petra is also a piano player, so this is something that she and Gladys can share. Petra is fairly proficient at the piano, whereas Gladys is just now learning. So I'm going to have Petra paint a large painting. And she's a very formal character. And Virginia did not take a shower. Or a bath, sorry. Virginia did not take a bath because she's too tired, I guess. So let me get her to do that because I'm not sure how healthy she's going to remain with that burnt thing going there. Okay, I'll get Anya to clean up. And Anya is the elderly spinster sister. She does not teach like the other two. But she does teach piano, which is what she'll do. Oh, why is she angry? Oh, she's very proper, so it doesn't take much for bad behavior to set her off. But she's creative, so, she's okay in that respect. And it looks like Virginia has taken care of her needs, and I guess the only person... Oh, it's time to go to church. Oh, is it Sunday already? Oh, tomorrow. Got it. Okay. It looks like... I forgot what I was talking about. Gladys is doing well. I don't remember if she finished her homework or even started her homework. She's a C student. Oh, she did. Yes, great. She completed her homework. Thomas completed his homework. I think it's a little too premature for extra credit, so they're both doing really well. It's Saturday, and my hope is that Gladys can hit the piano for a little while. Looks like her needs are met, so she can practice on the piano. And Thomas can practice in the garden, though his needs are... He really needs to continue to sleep. She's playing with 2 fingers. Looks like Virginia really does not like that piano, and she doesn't really like Gladys. So the rules say when your teenager goes to high school, you have to pay $1,000 for that. So remember, one of the reasons Thomas moved to the city was so that he would have access to education beyond grammar school. And so that comes at a cost, because the Wilhelms are fostering his education. They are going to be able to very easily cover that cost. There we go. High school is paid for. Even though Anya is... Oh, what's the matter with Petra? She must be really upset about that school thing. Even though Anya is Petra's aunt, they have a very, very close relationship. I do want to ask about Gladys, how Petra thinks Gladys is doing, and I think Petra really thinks Gladys is doing just fine. So Anya and Petra have a very close relationship. Petra's mother is a little difficult, and so I think Petra would run this whole I want to go to seminary conversation by her aunt, because I think she could be more honest with her aunt than she can with her mother. And I don't know why Petra likes running in the rain. I think it's a terrible idea. Petra wants to talk to her about her ideas of maybe studying art or maybe studying music, something, but she does want to continue her education. She wants to go on to a program for young women. So okay. I think Thomas is doing homework again. I thought he did his homework already. Okay, I'll leave him to it. I don't really know what's going on. So Virginia is, of course, a teacher, and she would definitely help Thomas with his homework. So there's an opportunity for Thomas to read about plants. And none of these books are about plants. So, let's buy some books on plants. So a couple of things are different for the Johnsons at this point in history. Because of the Wilhelms, they have access to things that they didn't have before. So they're able to buy books. If they have topics that they're interested in reading about, they can just buy books, which is not something that they could readily do at the Johnson farm because the focus was on subsistence and growth, whereas here the focus is on art and education. Another thing they have access to is time. So with the Johnsons, with Ruby May and Sam and Mary and Gladys, who died, they had to work all the time. They didn't have the luxury of having hobbies. They really had to get out into that garden. And Sam can supercell now, but there's still a great commitment for him and Mary to work in the garden every day. So they don't have time to really read or do things. Does he like classical music? Yeah, I think he might. They don't have time to do extra things that would enhance their environment. Even Ruby May, she doesn't garden as often, but she raises children. So raising children and cooking and cleaning takes so much of her time that she doesn't have the luxury of reading. And when she does have time to read, she spends that time reading to her toddlers or teaching her toddlers to talk or doing things like that. So there's not a lot of time in Ruby's life, in Sam's life, or Mary's life to do these things that enhance education. But Thomas and Gladys are different. They live in a different home. Gardening is a hobby now. It's not a critical element of survival. And so they're able to get that gardening knowledge from reading a book about gardening instead of from doing the actual work. So, I think that was Ruby May at the door. It was. Oh, how sweet. And she's pregnant. Good for you. Okay. So I think Thomas would just sit and talk to his mom about all of the new things that he's learning and, kind of explain to her about music and give her a hug, maybe. Good. They'll talk about church. They'll just really have a good time. And it's nice to see. Oh, it just got really light outside. It's nice to see their mom come and visit them. This may be very uncomfortable for her. She doesn't know the Wilhelms very well. She only knows them through education. So she may have had a conversation with Virginia one time because Virginia was Thomas's teacher at some point and encouraged him to move to town to go to high school. But she really doesn't know these people. And poor Gladys is asleep through all of this. I'm sure she would want to see her mom, but she's asleep. Where is Thomas going? Oh, he's going to bed. Okay, so Gladys can visit with her mom for a little while and ask for encouragement and talk about school and just, give her a little bit of affection that Gladys is not getting here. She's being cared for, certainly, but she's not getting mom affection, And Ruby May is expecting child number 6. She gave birth to Michael, who is an infant. Ruth Ann is a toddler. Hank is a child. Gladys is a child, and Thomas is a teenager. And baby number 6 is on the way. I like their hair because their hair is actually very similar, even though Ruby May's is a little more of an adult style and Gladys is more of a child's style. You can see how there's a similarity there. Good, all right. She can goof around. And I still think hugging and loving on her mom is the best thing to do. Okay, I think this is over, so we'll send her home, but it sure was nice to visit. And Gladys needs to eat. And I think while she's eating, she can talk to Petra about some things. Oh, Klaus is getting elderly. He may not have long to live. Boy. Okay, Thomas is almost done in the bathtub, so I'll get him to use the toilet and then I'll reassess. He may need to go to bed. He may need to eat. I think eating probably is the best use of his time. Petra, seeing her folks are elderly. Her dad is not going to live much longer, and I think she's really wanting to do something else. So I am going to have Petra go away. What season? Oh, it's fall. How fun. That's going to kill our plant life, but that's fine. He's still working at it. It's Sunday. It's not quite time to go to church, but that's going to come up soon. Boy, watering plants is just not a problem we have right now. Boy, Klaus really spends a lot of time with Gladys. I'm surprised. He wants to talk to her about writing. She can ask for encouragement. And she can also tell a story. Poor Thomas. Okay, Thomas and Gladys are down. They are going to sleep for a couple of hours, but church will start soon. Dude, you walked right past the camera. Okay, here we are at New Crest AME Church. And, I forgot Sam. Okay, so Thomas can practice speech and Gladys can chat. There are two girls here. Oh, there's Hank. Gladys can chat with Hank. I've lost Hank. Okay. Oh, Hank. That's not cool. Okay, Gladys, because Hank and Gladys are closest in age, I really want to make sure that their relationship is strong. And also, the church has swings in the back, so I want them to play on those. Good, Gladys and Hank. And I know a lot of you really love Hank, and I'm so excited about that. I think Hank is adorable. But my question, now of course, Hank is third in line of the siblings. The story's going to continue through Thomas, but if something should happen to Thomas, the rules are to honor primogeniture, which means that if Thomas dies, then the next son becomes the heir. So I'm tossing around the idea of primogeniture or just hierarchy. And hierarchy would mean that Gladys is the heir if something happens to Thomas, but primogeniture means Hank is the heir if something happens to Thomas. And so I don't know where to go with that. I'm curious about what you all think. If you can put some comments down in the comment section, let me know what you think, and I'll make a decision based on that feedback. So this is Thomas at the pulpit, This is, I think, his first time at the pulpit, but he seems to be doing really well, which is fantastic. He's telling a very good story, and that's surprising because he's really tired. His parents are somewhere. Okay, I wanted to introduce these girls because they look very different right now. This is May McLaurin. Her parents are Jonah and Jonah's wife, whose name I forgot. She is about Thomas's age, and this is Jeannie. She and May are sisters. Yeah, and she is actually a young adult, so I don't think there's a possibility of a romantic interest there, but I'll at least let Thomas have some interactions with people his age. Okay, and he should, oh, he's full. Now, Gladys, let's see if we can get her doing some things. What is this? Travel. Okay, so remember Gladys is right here, and I want to make sure that I fill this graveyard up with Johnsons and their descendants. So far Gladys is the only relative who has died, but I want Gladys to interact with that. Gladys is doing really well with her social interactions, and Thomas is doing really well with debate, but he's tired. Look how he stands. He's so awesome. That is awesome.